You've felt it. That sting when you're too kind, too open, and it bites you. You pour out your heart, give your time, your energy, expecting respect, only to be used, ignored, or betrayed. Why? Because goodness, when it's unguarded, is a weak man's curse. Welcome to Valoric. Today, we're diving into Niccolo Machiavelli's warning from The Prince, a razor-sharp truth that cuts through the fairy tale of just be good. Machiavelli, the master of power, saw what most miss. Unchecked kindness invites exploitation. In this video, we'll unpack 5 Machiavellian lessons to protect your goodness, command respect, and stop being the nice guy who gets crushed. These are the tools to turn your heart into a fortress, not a target. Let's get started. Machiavelli's core warning is brutal but clear. He wrote, "It is better to be feared than loved, if you cannot be both." Goodness, your honesty, your generosity, your willingness to help, feels righteous. It's what you're taught. Be kind, and the world will reward you. But the world doesn't work that way. Without strength, goodness is a signal to predators. It says, "Take from me." Weak men give everything, hoping for loyalty, and get trampled. Machiavelli didn't say, "Ditch your morals." He said, "Arm them. Pair your good heart with a steel spine." That's the foundation we're building on. Lesson 1. Ration your kindness like a king. A weak man scatters his goodness everywhere, thinking it'll buy him love. It doesn't. People don't value what's free. If you're always there, always forgiving, always saying yes, you're not a hero, you're a resource. Machiavelli taught that a prince must be deliberate. He gives when it strengthens his position, not to feel warm inside. You need to do the same. Be selective. Help those who've earned it, not those who expect it. Say no more than you say yes. If a friend asks for a favor but never reciprocates, decline. If a colleague leans on you but doesn't credit you, pull back. When your kindness is rare, it's valued. It becomes a gift, not a given. That shift changes how people see you. You're no longer the guy they can take for granted. You're the man they have to earn. Lesson 2. Project strength, not softness. Machiavelli knew perception is power. A ruler who seems weak invites chaos. A weak man's goodness looks like an open door. Anyone can walk in and take what they want. You need to project a presence that says, "I'm kind, but I'm not soft." Stand tall, shoulders back. Speak slowly, with weight. Don't overshare your struggles or doubts. It invites pity, not respect. If you're generous, do it with purpose, not fanfare. A 2019 study on leadership found that people respect those who combine warmth with competence, kindness with a backbone. Look the part. If you're helping someone, don't grovel for their approval. Do it like it's your choice, not your duty. Your demeanor is your shield. A man who looks strong can afford to be good. A man who looks weak gets eaten alive. Lesson 3. Embrace calculated ruthlessness. Machiavelli didn't love cruelty. He saw it as a necessity. A weak man clings to goodness, dodging conflict, thinking it keeps the peace. It doesn't. It hands control to others. Sometimes you need to be firm, even cold. If someone betrays you, don't rush to forgive. If they disrespect you, don't shrug it off. Make them feel the weight of their actions. This isn't about revenge, it's about boundaries. Cut off a friend who keeps using you. Call out a coworker who steals your ideas. A single act of ruthlessness, done calmly, not angrily, speaks louder than years of patience. Machiavelli said a prince must act decisively to maintain order. One study from 2020 on workplace dynamics showed that assertive responses to disrespect increased peer respect by 30%. Use ruthlessness like a scalpel, not a sledgehammer. It's the edge that guards your goodness. Lesson 4. Expect betrayal. Machiavelli warned that men are self-serving by nature. A weak man trusts blindly, believing his kindness will inspire loyalty. It rarely does. People chase their own interests, not your ideals. Don't be paranoid, but be pragmatic. Assume anyone could turn on you. Watch what people do, not what they say. If a friend's always too busy when you need them, they're not your friend. If a partner's words don't match their actions, trust the actions. When you expect betrayal, you're never caught off guard. You're ready. You protect your inner circle. And if someone crosses you, don't beg for their loyalty. Let them go. A man who anticipates disloyalty holds the power. He's not a victim, he's a strategist. Lesson 5. Make your goodness a weapon. Machiavelli's prince wasn't a saint or a tyrant. He was effective. He used generosity to build alliances, not to stroke his ego. Weak men give without thinking, hoping for gratitude. Strong men give with a plan. When you help someone, ask what it gets you: loyalty, respect, or leverage. If it's nothing, hold back. This isn't selfish, it's strategic. If you're helping a friend move, do it to strengthen the bond, not to fish for praise. If you're mentoring someone, do it to build influence, not to feel noble. Your goodness should serve your purpose, not drain you. Be the man who's kind because he decides to, not because he's scared to say no. Why does goodness curse the weak? It's human nature. A 2017 psychology study found that overly agreeable people are seen as less competent. They're easy to exploit. People test boundaries to see what they can get away with. If you're endlessly giving, they'll keep taking until you're empty. Strength changes the game. It says your kindness is a choice, not a weakness. It's why a firm handshake gets more respect than a desperate plea. It's why a man who sets limits is admired, while a pushover is pitied. Let's talk mistakes. The biggest is thinking goodness equals softness. It doesn't. Avoiding conflict doesn't make you noble. It makes you invisible. Stand up when it counts. Another error: trusting too much. Weak men give everyone the benefit of the doubt. They don't. Earned trust is the only kind that lasts. Don't fall for guilt trips either. People will call you selfish or mean when you say no. It's a trick to keep you compliant. Ignore it. Your dignity isn't up for debate. How do you put this into action? Start today. Say no to one request that doesn't serve you: a favor, a loan, a time suck. Feel the strength in that boundary. Audit your relationships. Who takes more than they give? Pull back from them. No fight, just distance. Work on your presence. Practice speaking with conviction. Record yourself. Listen. Improve. Hold eye contact a second longer than feels comfortable. Move with purpose, not haste. When you're kind, tie it to a goal. Help someone to build a connection, not to win their approval. And set a non-negotiable line. If someone crosses it, lies, disrespects, uses you, act. Cut contact, confront them, or walk away. That's your ruthlessness. It's not anger, it's clarity. This isn't about losing your heart. Machiavelli wasn't a villain, he was a realist. Goodness is powerful, but only when it's shielded. Think of it like a fire. Unprotected, it burns out or spreads chaos. Contained, it warms, it lights, it endures. Your kindness needs walls, boundaries, strength, strategy. Let it shine for those who respect it, not those who exploit it. Why does this matter? The world doesn't reward the weak. It respects the man who stands firm, who values himself, who knows when to give and when to withhold. A 2021 study on social dynamics showed that people gravitate toward those who balance warmth with assertiveness. They're seen as leaders. Machiavelli's warning isn't just about dodging betrayal. It's about building a life where you're untouchable, where your goodness isn't a curse, but a crown. Let's get deeper. Strength doesn't hide your goodness. It magnifies it. When you're strong, your kindness hits harder. Your generosity feels like a choice, not a reflex. People don't just take from you, they honor you. They don't just like you, they fear losing you. That's the shift from weak to powerful, from curse to command. What if you're scared? That's normal. Saying no feels risky. Standing firm feels mean. You might lose people, but those you lose were never yours. The ones who stay, the ones who respect your strength, are the ones worth keeping. A 2019 psychology paper found that setting boundaries increases self-esteem by 25% over time. Every no, every firm stand builds you up. It's not cruelty, it's growth. How do you start? Pick one person who's been leaning on you too hard. Set a limit. Say no to their next ask or call out their behavior. Watch their reaction. That's your first lesson in power. Then, refine your presence. Stand straighter. Speak slower. Practice in the mirror if you have to. Make people feel you before you say a word. When you give, do it with intent. Help a coworker to build trust, not to be liked. Mentor a friend to deepen the bond, not to seem nice. And always have a line in the sand. If someone crosses it, don't hesitate. Act. That's your Machiavelli moment. This is about more than others. It's about you. Every time you let your goodness be abused, you lose a piece of yourself. Every time you protect it, you gain. Machiavelli's warning is a wake-up call to value yourself. To live like a man who knows his worth isn't up for grabs. That's not just power, it's freedom. Let's talk about the long game. These lessons aren't quick fixes, they're a lifestyle. Rationing kindness builds trust with the right people. Projecting strength earns you a seat at the table. Calculated ruthlessness keeps leeches at bay. Expecting betrayal keeps you sharp. Strategic goodness builds alliances that last. Together, they make you a man who's good but not gullible. Kind but not weak. Valued, not used. One final truth. The world tests you. It pushes to see how much you'll bend. A weak man's goodness breaks under that pressure. A strong man's goodness endures. He's the one who decides who gets his time, his heart, his help. He's the one who walks through life with his head high, knowing his kindness is his strength, not his curse. Do me a favor. Share this with a brother who's giving too much and getting nothing back. A friend who's stuck being the nice guy. Help him hear Machiavelli's warning. Subscribe if you're done being stepped on and ready to make your goodness a force. Stay sharp, stay strategic, stay valorous. The moment you stop being weak is the moment you start being unstoppable.